Radio silence once again brings their signature flavor of horror comedy back to the big screen with Abigail. A young girl, Abigail, is kidnapped and held for ransom by a ragtag group who are hoping to extort money from her father, a powerful figure from the underworld. Things take a turn when it is revealed that Abigail is not merely a ballerina, but a monster in her own right, sending the kidnappers scrambling as they realize surviving the night will be much harder than they anticipated. The dynamic horror directing duo, Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, team up once again with an original story after revitalizing the Scream franchise. The pair teamed up with Scream star Melissa Barrera once again for an all-new horror comedy full of blood and monstrous mysteries. The talented cast of Abigail includes a number of incredibly talented actors who have proven their skills in the horror space, including Catherine Newton and Dan Stevens as well. Screen Rant had the opportunity to catch up with Dan Stevens while at CinemaCon, where he shared why fans should be hyped for Abigail, praising the director and sharing insight into his character. Stevens also discussed the possibility of reprising his Legion character in the MCU, joking that he'd have to talk to Sean Levy. Dan Stevens teased Abigail being cool, funny, and scary. Dan Stevens as Frank in Abigail image via Universal Pictures. Stevens explained what sets Abigail apart from the other horror movies he's worked on. He shared that Abigail is likely bloodier than all his past horror projects. He also praised Radio Silence for their signature blend of horror and comedy. Stevens also revealed that Abigail is the first project he's worked on with a directing duo. He praised their directing style and shared a theory that made the rounds on set due to Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett being so calm. Stevens shared that the cast thought they must be splitting the stress between each other because of how lovely the working environment was. Dan Stevens reflects on playing Legion, "It was a really fun role. Spindly fingers surround David Haller's face while his nose bleeds in Legion. With mutants coming to the MCU, fans are on the edge of their seats waiting for the X-Men's debut." Stevens played David Haller aka Legion in the FX series Legion, the son of Charles Xavier. Although there has been no word about Legion joining the MCU, Stevens recalled how fun the role was and joked that he needed to corner Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy about getting him into the MCU. After a group of would-be criminals kidnap the 12-year-old ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, all they have to do to collect a $50 million ransom is watch the girl overnight. In an isolated mansion, the captors start to dwindle, one by one, and they discover, to their mounting horror, that they're locked inside with no normal little girl.